What if I told you that the supplement sitting in your gym bag right now could literally make you smarter? Not just stronger, not just more muscular, but actually enhance your brain power, improve your memory, and protect you from cognitive decline? Sounds insane, right? But here's the thing. The science is absolutely mind-blowing, and almost nobody is talking about it. Most people think creatine is just for gym bros trying to get swole. But what if everything you thought you knew about creatine was completely wrong? What if this simple, cheap supplement could be the key to unlocking not just your physical potential, but your mental potential too? Stick around, because what I'm about to share with you is going to change the way you think about creatine forever. So here's where most people's understanding of creatine begins and ends. It helps you build muscle. You take it, you lift heavier weights, you get bigger. Done. But that's like saying your smartphone is just for making phone calls. You're missing about 90% of what it can actually do. Let me take you back for a second. In the 1990s, creatine exploded onto the fitness scene. Athletes and bodybuilders were reporting insane gains in strength and muscle mass. It became the supplement for anyone serious about getting jacked. And yeah, that reputation was totally deserved. The research was crystal clear. Creatine works. Studies showed strength increases of 8% to 14% during resistance training. That's massive. But here's what's fascinating. While everyone was focused on biceps and bench press numbers, scientists were quietly discovering something else. They noticed that creatine wasn't just sitting in muscles. It was also concentrated in the brain. And it was doing something there. Something important. Fast forward to today, and we're living in a completely different world of creatine research. We now know that creatine is absolutely critical for brain function. Your brain, just like your muscles, runs on energy. And that energy comes from ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Every thought you have, every memory you form, every problem you solve, it all requires ATP. And guess what helps produce ATP? You got it. Creatine. Think about this for a second. When you're studying for an exam, working on a challenging project, or trying to focus during a long meeting, your brain is burning through energy like crazy. It's like running a mental marathon. And just like your muscles during a workout, your brain can run out of gas. That's where creatine comes in. It helps replenish those ATP stores in your brain, giving you sustained mental energy and clarity. But it gets even better. Recent studies have shown that creatine supplementation can actually improve cognitive performance, especially under stress. One study found that people who took creatine performed significantly better on working memory tasks and intelligence tests compared to those who took a placebo. Another study showed that creatine helped people maintain focus and mental sharpness even when they were sleep deprived. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're a student pulling an all-nighter before finals, or a professional working under a tight deadline with tons of pressure, or a parent juggling work, kids, and a million responsibilities while running on 4 hours of sleep. These are the moments when your brain needs all the help it can get. And creatine might be exactly what you need to stay sharp, focused, and mentally resilient. Now, let's talk about who benefits the most from this cognitive boost, because this is where things get really interesting. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, listen up. This is huge for you. Creatine is primarily found in animal products like meat and fish. If you don't eat these foods, your baseline creatine levels are significantly lower than meat eaters. Some studies suggest vegans have up to 20 to 30% lower creatine levels in their muscles and brains. What does this mean? It means that when vegans start supplementing with creatine, they often experience more dramatic improvements than omnivores. We're talking about noticeable boosts in energy, cognitive function, memory, and mental clarity. It's like their brains have been running on half battery their whole lives, and suddenly they're fully charged. Multiple people have reported that after starting creatine, they felt like a fog lifted from their mind. They could think clearer, remember things better, and had more mental stamina throughout the day. But you don't have to be vegan to benefit from creatine's cognitive effects. Anyone under chronic stress, anyone not getting enough sleep, anyone facing high cognitive demands, these are all people who could see real improvements. And in today's world, let's be honest, that's pretty much everyone. Here's something else that's fascinating. As we age, our natural creatine production declines. At the same time, our brains become more vulnerable to oxidative stress and damage. This is partly why cognitive decline happens as we get older. But emerging research suggests that creatine might have neuroprotective properties. It could potentially help protect against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Now, we need more research to fully understand this, but the early signs are incredibly promising. So let's break down exactly how creatine works in your brain. Your brain cells, just like your muscle cells, contain mitochondria. These are the powerhouses that produce ATP, your cellular energy currency. During intense mental activity, your neurons burn through ATP rapidly. Creatine acts like a battery backup system. It helps regenerate ATP quickly, ensuring your brain has a steady supply of energy even during demanding cognitive tasks. But that's not all. Creatine also appears to have antioxidant properties, meaning it can help protect brain cells from damage caused by free radicals. It may also support the production of new neurons, a process called neurogenesis, which is crucial for learning and memory. Basically, creatine is like a multi-tool for your brain, supporting energy production, protecting against damage, and promoting healthy brain cell growth. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, this sounds amazing, but how much should I take? And are there any side effects? Great questions. Let's tackle dosage first. For both muscle and brain benefits, the recommended dose is typically 3 to 5 grams per day. That's it. It's simple, it's affordable, and it's effective. Some people do a loading phase where they take 20 grams per day for 5 to 7 days, split into 4 doses. This saturates your muscles and brain with creatine faster. After that, you drop down to the maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams daily. But honestly, you don't have to do the loading phase. You can just start with 3 to 5 grams from day one. It'll take a bit longer, maybe 3 to 4 weeks, to reach full saturation, but you'll get there. Now let's address the elephant in the room: side effects and myths. You've probably heard some scary stuff about creatine. It damages your kidneys. It causes hair loss. It makes you bloated and puffy. Let me set the record straight with actual science, not gym bro myths. First, kidney damage. Creatine is one of the most studied supplements in the world, and study after study has shown that it's safe for healthy individuals. There's no evidence that creatine causes kidney damage in people with normal kidney function. However, if you have pre-existing kidney issues, you should definitely talk to your doctor before taking any supplements. Second, hair loss. This myth comes from one study on rugby players that showed a slight increase in DHT, a hormone linked to male pattern baldness. But here's the thing: that study was small, and no follow-up research has replicated those findings. Recent studies have found no significant link between creatine supplementation and hair loss. So if you're genetically predisposed to balding, creatine isn't going to speed it up. Third, bloating and weight gain. Yes, creatine causes your muscles to retain water. That's actually a good thing. It creates a more anabolic environment for muscle growth. You might gain 2 to 5 pounds in the first week, but that's water weight in your muscles, not fat. And it actually makes your muscles look fuller and more defined. If you experience stomach discomfort, just split your dose throughout the day and drink plenty of water. Speaking of water, let me emphasize this: drink a lot of water when taking creatine. Creatine pulls water into your muscles, so you need to stay well hydrated. This also helps prevent any digestive issues. Now here's something most people don't know. The timing and method of creatine intake can affect how well it works for cognitive benefits versus muscle benefits. For brain health, consistency is key. Taking creatine at the same time every day helps maintain steady levels in your brain tissue. Some people prefer taking it in the morning to to support mental energy throughout the day. Others take it post-workout. Honestly, as long as you're taking it consistently, the exact timing matters less than you'd think. Let me share something personal. When I first started taking creatine, I was purely focused on gym performance. I wanted to lift heavier and build muscle. And yeah, it worked great for that. But then I started noticing something unexpected. My focus during work was better. I could concentrate for longer periods without mental fatigue. I felt sharper in conversations and meetings. At first, I thought it was just coincidence or placebo, but the effect was consistent. When I researched it, I discovered all this science about creatine and brain health, and it all clicked. This experience taught me something important. Supplements can have effects beyond what we expect. Just because creatine is marketed as a muscle-building supplement doesn't mean that's all it does. Our bodies are complex systems, and when we support one aspect of our health, we often improve others as well. Let's talk about another fascinating connection: fasting, autophagy, and brain health. Now, you might be wondering what fasting has to do with creatine. Bear with me, because this is where things get really interesting. Autophagy is your body's cellular cleanup system. The word literally means self-eating. It's the process where your cells break down and recycle damaged components, clearing out cellular junk and keeping everything running smoothly. Fasting is one of the most powerful triggers for autophagy. When you fast, your insulin levels drop and your body shifts into a state where it starts this cellular cleanup process. For your brain, this is huge. Autophagy helps clear out damaged proteins and dysfunctional mitochondria that can contribute to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. Here's where it connects to creatine. While fasting activates autophagy and promotes cellular cleanup, creatine supports the energy needs of your brain cells during this process. Think of it as a complementary strategy. Fasting cleans house, and creatine ensures your brain has the energy to function optimally while that's happening. Some people practice intermittent fasting and take their creatine during their eating window, getting the benefits of both approaches. Intermittent fasting, by the way, has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, enhance fat oxidation, reduce inflammation, and support metabolic health. Combined with creatine supplementation, you're giving your body and brain powerful tools for optimization. It's like upgrading both your hardware and software at the same time. But let's be clear about something important. Creatine is not a magic pill. It won't turn you into Einstein or Arnold Schwarzenegger overnight. For creatine to deliver its benefits, whether for muscle or brain, it needs to be combined with the right lifestyle factors. For muscle benefits, you need to be training consistently. For brain benefits, you need to be challenging your mind, getting adequate sleep, managing stress, and eating well. Creatine is a tool, and like any tool, it works best when used properly and in conjunction with other healthy habits. It enhances what you're already doing. If you're training hard, it helps you train harder. If you're studying or working on cognitively demanding tasks, it helps you maintain focus and clarity. Now, let's address who should consider taking creatine. Obviously, athletes and people who do resistance training can benefit from the muscle and strength gains. But beyond that, students facing academic pressure, professionals in high-stress jobs, anyone experiencing chronic stress or sleep deprivation, older adults concerned about cognitive decline, and vegans or vegetarians with lower baseline creatine levels, all of these groups could potentially benefit from supplementation. The key is understanding your own needs and circumstances. Are you someone who feels mentally foggy by mid-afternoon? Do you struggle with focus during long work sessions? Are you a vegan who's never supplemented with creatine? These are signs that creatine might be worth trying. Here's my recommendation. Start with a 30-day trial. Take 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate daily. Creatine monohydrate is the most researched and proven form. Don't waste money on fancy versions. Track how you feel. Keep notes on your energy levels, mental clarity, workout performance, and overall well-being. After 30 days, evaluate whether you've noticed improvements. be honest with yourself. The effects are usually subtle, but noticeable if you pay attention. And please, buy quality supplements from reputable brands. Look for products that are tested for purity and don't have a bunch of unnecessary additives. Creatine monohydrate is cheap, so there's no reason to overpay for gimmicky formulations. Let me share one more thing that's really important. The conversation around supplements needs to change. For too long, supplements have been marketed with hype and exaggeration. Get shredded in 30 days. Double your IQ. This kind of nonsense creates unrealistic expectations and ultimately disappoints people. The truth is that supplements like creatine offer real, meaningful benefits, but they're not miraculous. They're part of a bigger picture that includes training, nutrition, sleep, stress management, and mental stimulation. When we approach supplements with realistic expectations and combine them with solid fundamentals, that's when we see the best results. Creatine represents a shift in how we think about health and performance. It's not just about building bigger muscles or looking good. It's about optimizing how our bodies and minds function. It's about giving ourselves the best chance to perform at our highest level, whether that's in the gym, at work, in school, or in life. We're living in an era where cognitive demands are higher than ever. We're expected to be constantly productive, always on, mentally sharp from morning to night. At the same time, we're getting less sleep, experiencing more stress, and facing more distractions than any generation before us. In this context, anything that can help us maintain mental clarity and resilience is worth paying attention to. Creatine might not be the answer to everything, but it's a scientifically proven, safe, affordable tool that can support both physical and cognitive performance. And in a world full of overpriced, under-researched supplements making wild claims, that's pretty remarkable. So let's wrap this up. Creatine is way more than a muscle-building supplement. It's a compound that plays a crucial role in energy production throughout your body, including your brain. It can enhance strength and muscle mass when combined with resistance training. It can improve cognitive function, especially under stress or sleep deprivation. It's particularly beneficial for vegans and vegetarians. It has potential neuroprotective properties that may support long-term brain health. And it's one of the safest, most researched supplements available. If you're someone who wants to optimize your performance, both physically and mentally, creatine deserves serious consideration. Start with 3 to 5 grams daily, stay consistent, drink plenty of water, and give it at least a month to assess its effects on you. Before you go, I need you to do 3 things. Are you taking creatine? Are you planning to start? What questions do you have about it? Send it to your gym buddy, your study partner, your co-worker who's always stressed, anyone who might benefit from this information. Knowledge is only powerful when it's shared. This isn't just a video about a supplement. This is about understanding how to optimize your body and mind for the demands of modern life. It's about making informed decisions based on science, not marketing hype.